Hey guys. So, I am still current. So to give you guys a really clear update on the thumbnail, I made sure Andrew was in the loop about it. But he is okay with me doing this. So it is going to be a series of thumbnails that I'm going to form into a stop motion video. But I thought I would have the topic, as I said, on creating these thumbnails on the focus of some of lying, meaning that these are going to be scenarios that I come up with that involve lying, that involve people. Because the thing is, what is mainly important, actually, you know what, to make it even I want instead of talking about things about lying, I mean, lying is not good to do, period. It is not okay to lie to anybody, whether you know them or you don't know them. I will say, if you know the person, if they're family, friends, or more than that, you never want to lie, and they should never lie to you. So it's a call and response. It's a respect thing. Because if you want to keep lying, you're going to keep breaking somebody's trust. It's exactly like the boy who cried wolf, which many people often refer to when somebody or they know they're being lied to. He kept stating in the story that there was a wolf. Now, I will say, if there was technology back then, because I honestly, I can be needy a lot of the time, but I don't call up anybody and be like, oh, Andrew, I saw Andrew outside. He was having a picnic with Bigfoot. I mean, that is a lie, because I can't really picture that. But if it was like a lie, like saying I saw a wolf outside my window, a, or if I saw something like an elephant outside my window, I think nothing like that will be believable. But the more you lie to people, the less trust you will get from that person, the less trust you will gain from that person. But people will like you and trust you a lot more if you just tell the truth. But again, lying can also be a form of getting out of being abused and beaten. And I know this because my dad expressed that to me today about his childhood, that people can lie. I mean, they lie to get out, because, as I said, for my dad it was hard. He had to lie so he didn't get beaten. Like, it was more of a defense mechanism. He didn't want to get hit. But there's things that all of us do that I feel like that we don't want to do. There's actions that everybody does that can impact us. Can we learn from things? Can we learn from our actions? Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-darn-lutely. But the thumbnail is coming along extremely well. I have so far I've got Andrew as the sergeant officer. I've got Thor as the deputy or sheriff that's with Andrew, the Sergeant MacGyver. I've got the 1963 Impala already in the picture. Of course, the background is the Dead Man's Curve. That's where we're going to start out. That's literally where this is going to start out. The police officer, so that's the plot. A police officer stops Willow in her tracks. Stops Willow for, and I wanted to add, I saw there was a picture of a squirrel carrying a briefcase, so I'm like, okay, this could be cool. But I still have pictures of Willow on my phone and my tablet. But man, but again, I think this will be a really awesome like slow motion series of video because thumbnails you can make them into a slow motion video, but each thumbnail would be a scene. It would be, but I can morph that into a video. But right now, the cast of characters are me. I'm in the passenger seat next to Willow. I'm the dad, so I played a. I mean, I am her dad, but also in this series of or these series of videos, I'm the dad. I will say not for every one of the clips or scenes, and because I told Andrew, I said we're not all gonna have the same role. We're they're gonna be different settings every time. Like for example, since our target area, Willow and I are, let's just say before getting pulled over by the police, I had snuck on my tablet and purchased two tickets two tickets to a Toby Keith show, and I went along with the show he had back in, I can't remember if I chose, no, it was not the one I chose the one back in 20, was it 13, 2014, but his last one in California was back in 2017, and that was before the pandemic and before he had his really bad stress or sickness, his cancer. But it's cool because the show that I picked, that was one of his recent shows back in 2017, was basically when he released, so it was the same place he um created the video for what is it, the girl with the beer in her hand or something like that. But instead of girl, it will be feline. The feline with the beer in her hand. But I'm quite excited to finish that up. The scene is almost done. The first scene is almost done. I unfortunately earlier fell asleep while I was doing it. Good thing I closed my tablet and put my pen in my towel, because that's the thing, those pens are freaking expensive. If you were to just buy the pen by itself. But yeah, I did kind of conk out a little bit, but I managed to wake up, finish some more things on it. But as I said, I'm almost done with the first scene. I still need to put Andrew's face in there. I need to at least. I don't want to use like a police for, or I don't know, a fiction. I kind of want to look up like a fictional police force. So obviously, I am, because police officers are real people, and the real off, police, where they are police sheriff's offices, are real. So I wonder if, I mean, RoboCop would be a good idea, but RoboCop is, hmm, because I know Andrew really likes the color black. But Thor's gonna be like his deputy. Because sometimes when cops pull over people who are driving under the influence or speeding, there sometimes can be a second cop in there, and it may not always be the sergeant either. It could be two deputies. It could be the sergeant and one of his deputies, but I thought of this like really awesome idea. I don't know, it came to me like when I woke up. I was like, all right. Actually, no, when I put the squirrel in the thumbnail, I said, what if the squirrel was like on the hood of the car, as Andrew's running the plate number of the car. But this is a big thumbnail because I'm not giving any hints to Andrew what my thoughts are. I only told him a few things. Would you be okay to be in the thumbnail? And would you be okay to be the sergeant that pulls Willow over while I'm in the car freaking out? I'm saying, like, Willow, you, like, seriously, you don't need all that catnip. Like, like, who gave you all this catnip? The whole back seat freaking is piled up. I'm just trying to right now. I'm trying to figure out the squirrel's role. I feel like the squirrel's role is that the squirrel. Ooh, okay. So we could do another lie where Willow states that she got the catnip from a website, but it turned out the squirrel, she had bought the catnip from the squirrel. There was a catnip deal, kind of like a drug deal, but the squirrel gave Willow the catnip. Or wait, no, that wouldn't even make it right though. Like, I don't know. So again, I'm trying to figure out too, like, since California's our big theme, okay, this is actually, let's see. So from where Dead Man's Curve is, let's see where that, okay. How how far is no, how far is Dead Man's Curve from Sacramento? So from Malibu, so from locations known as the Dead Man's Curve. So it's a 2 mile stretch. But it says, yeah, if you're going from Malibu to Sacramento to the site of recent collisions, it's about 400 miles south of Sacramento. So that's a 6 to 7 hour drive. So, okay, what about. So, if we're starting in Sacramento, so maybe that was. So, if we're starting in Sacramento and we end up, that would make more sense. We end up at Dead Man's Curve. We could just simplify things. And how far is Sacramento from Malibu? 6 hours and 9 minutes. Because Sacramento is near San Francisco, so I'm guessing that's in like a city. That's in the city. So let's do that. Let's cause but Dead Man's Curve. I just want to make sure that's in Malibu. Dead Man's Curve. Yep, it is in Malibu. So again, wow, 6 hours and 9 minutes. So let's see. So Willow packed catnip, store it in the back seat, and we're going from Sacramento. But the thing is, Willow. I don't know. I want Willow to kind of be the good kitty in this, but I feel like I'm just laughing at this because it's so dumb, but it's like it's too. It's literally going to be really cool. It's going to be. I feel like people are really going to get. They're going to. It's going to be funny. They're going to laugh at this, but we have our base spot from where we're starting down to where Andrew and Thor pick us up or catch us because they're right around the curve. Or no, they see Willow driving at top speed around the curve, and Andrew and Thor are in the cop car looking for unexpected, actually speeders to turn that curve. Um, okay, that's really cool. And then of course our place we want to Willow, actually the place, our target place is is the Toby Keith performance. So let's have this in. Okay, so let's look that up. So, and we need to have a year this all happened too. So like, all right. So the place we, okay. So is this the one we chose? No, it isn't. So it is at the San Manuel Amphitheater, but that's a Southern California venue. But so 2015 he was there, but he released the video in 2012. So let's say that this is year 2015. But I'm going to make sure I write this down in my Punisher journal. Oh, it's in my room. You know what? I'll just write a memo on my phone. But we can draw it down exactly what we have because I remember what I have on paper. Uh, let's go with let's title this as the feline field trip, or the what is it the feline field trip, or the feline road trip. Feline road trip. Muddy. Warning. Language. Language. And I would say I wouldn't say there'd be violence. Maybe since this might be just be for I want kids to watch this, or at least people who are old enough to watch this. A warning: language, and I would say PG-13, but language and use of things. No, that doesn't make sense. We're just going to put the feline road trip warning language. So we have Sergeant Andrew. We have Deputy Thor. Um, let's type in Willow. Five, nearly six. Catnip. 1963. Chevy Impala. Malibu. Malibu. Or let's Sacramento. Malibu. Dead Man's Curve. Tom. Let's go soon to be punished. And oh, that's right. Or no, let's go with the dad, soon to be punished. Or no, the dad. How about the organizer? Or like the organizer, aka dad, aka so not dad, bonding time. Let's just go the organizer, aka not dad. Organizer, aka not dad's idea. No, I would say the organizer, aka uh, the organizer, aka dad. So basically, I'm playing the father role in this. I'm traveling with Willow, and I'm telling her, a bunch of things about like we get pulled over, it's going to be on you. You're 5, nearly 6. And just so you guys know, I am not organized. I try to be organized, but what I mean by organized is I organize this road trip for Willow and I, meaning I scheduled it and put it together. We have um we have the hitchhiker. No, it's yeah, I would the how about the dealer, because I'm the father that finds out about it. What is it, Steven? No, let's go with Tony, the dealer, or Tiptoe Tony. And then that venue. So Huntington. So he had like at Huntington State Beach. But where's the one from 2015? There it is. Samuel Manuel. So San Bernardino. San Bernardino. But we have everything. But we're almost done with this first thumbnail, guys. But thank you all for watching.